Hi everyone. In this assignment, I act as a data analyst at the Netflix. So this work builds on the assignment one, and in my assignment one, I show that the Netflix subscriber growth momentum weakened, and there was a clear turning point around 2022, which raised a concern about the churn. And for this assignment, the management suspect the mobile app experiments may contributing to the customer dissatisfaction and the churn. So my goal is to use the NLP and the machine learning on the Netflix mobile app reviews to understand the customer sentiment, identify key drivers of the dissatisfaction, and build a predictive model that support the product improvements. So for the business problem, which is if the user experience issues in the mobile app, such as login failures, the payment problems, the instability after updates, or the frustrating ads and the download experiments, they may leave the negative reviews and low ratings. So those negative experiments can reduce the satisfaction and increase the churn risk. So Netflix need a scalable approach to detect the dissatisfaction signals quickly and understand what customers are complaining about it the most, and use those insights to prioritize the product fix that improves the retention. So translate into the data-driven problems is the supervised machine learning problem. So the analytics goal is to predict whether a review is negative based on its text and extract the complement themes from the negative reviews. The target variables is the rating as proxy for the certification, which is the negative reviews, like rating from 1 or 2. The non-negative reviews rating 3 to 5. So this is a binary classification task. The inputs are the review text, the evaluation metrics, because the Netflix care most about the identifying unhappy users. So I focus on the precision, recall, and F1 score for the negative class, plus the confusion metrics. For the stakeholders, the mobile product managers, the engineering, the customer support, and the retention teams. And the dataset selection and relevance, I use the hacking face dataset like right here from the sample. And it includes a review text in the column called the contact, the star rating in rating, and timestamps is created at the plus metadata set such as the platform. So why is relevant? So the reviews can be biased toward extreme experiments, so it may not represent all users. The rating and reviews are not the same as the confirmation, so we are predicting the dissatisfaction, not cancellations. And these samples covers a limited time range, so the time trial conclusion should be interpreted cautiously. And the data cleaning and text precise. So I include the lowercase text, remove the URLs and punctuation noise, the expand the common contraction like don't into do not, avoid the broken tokens, and collapse the extra white space. Add the simple features, review the lines for the exploration, then create a sentiment label for the rating threshold like this. And for the explanatory IP analyze and the patterns, the dataset to understand overall sentiment and what negative reviews looks like. The rating is distribution is polarized and with many 1-star and 5-star reviews, which is common in the app reviews. And the negative versus non-negative distribution after mapping the like here. After mapping the rating to labels, there is a meaningful set of negative reviews enabling supervised learning. And the negative reviews rate over time. So I aggregate reviews weekly and plotted the negative review rates. The dataset is a sample, but this demonstrates demonstrates how the Netflix could monitor the dissatisfaction over time and detect the spikes after release. The same discovery from the negative reviews to identify the key complement themes. I compute the TF-IDF terms and backgrounds for negative reviews and use the domain stop words to remove the generic words like the Netflix and app. And the top terms in the negative review is like strongly point to actionable areas such as action issues, money, pay, subscription, the concern, update, and not working type complaints, plus ads, download, the UI, and video issues. I also sampled the example reviews contain these terms to validate that they reflect the real complaints rather than noise. Occasionally, the context-specific words can appear, but I treat those as a lower priority compared to the account building and the stability problems. So for the feature engineering and modeling evaluation, and I transform the reviews text into the numerical features using the TF-IDF with the unigrams and the bigrams. For the models, I trained the logistic regression classifier with the class weighted to handle any class imbalance. And the results on the test sets, that's, for the test set, the overall accuracy is about 0.81. Okay, 0.81. And for the negative class, the precision is about 0.70, and the recall is about 0.85. The F1 score is about 0.77. And from the confusion matrix, the true negative is 291. The false positive is 83, and the false negative is 30. The true positive is 169. And this means the false negative rate missing a negative reviews is about uh, uh, the 13.3%, and the false positive rate is about 22.2%. And the business interpretation is the model is strong at capturing the negative reviews because recall is high, and this is a useful and early warning. And the tracker system, we prefer to catch the dissatisfaction quickly, even if we sometimes flag some non-negative reviews that can be fluted later. And the key business insight and action, we have three. And based on the NLP themes and the model results, I have three key insights. So the first one is the account access problem are a major drivers of negative sentiment. The count is the top term in the negative reviews, which suggests the login, the authentication, or account management issues are common. So the action is prioritize the stability and the clarity of login and account flows, improve in-app in-row messaging, and track an account-related negative rate after each release. And the second insight is about payment and subscription friction in a high-risk churn trigger. The frequent terms like the money, pay, and subscription suggest the billing confusion, the payment failures, or the dissatisfaction frequent terms like the money, pay, and the subscription. With the subscription value issues closely linked to the cancellation behavior. And the action is to improve the subscription transparency in app, the strength the payment failures, recovery flows, and create dedicated support triggers for the billing related to the negative reviews. And the third insight is update and app stability reports the release monitoring. Terms like the update and working suggest not working after update externalities can quickly affect many users. And the action is to build a release monitoring dashboard that tracks the predict the negative reviews rate weekly by app versions and the platform. and use the classifier as the early warning system to trigger the faster investigation, the rollback, or the hotfix decision. And to conclude, the first assignment highlight a slowdown in growth and increased churn rates. And for this assignment, I use the Netflix mobile app reviews to quantify the dissatisfaction, identifying the key drivers such as account billing and update release issues, and build a model that predicts the negative reviews with a strong performance. And this approach can help the Netflix to detect the customer pain points earlier, prioritize the product's improvement, and support retention. And thank you for watching.